Being on the street has made me grow a lot and shown me that something even such as your life can be taken away from you quickly and very easily. So wherever this leads me right now, it's driven me to chase my dreams as hard as I can. I was about 18 when I started busking. It really was out of the blue. I knew that I had seen street performers on the Las Vegas Strip. I kind of always had this fantasy in my head where I would be this superstar and the streets was my exposure to that possibility. All the attention and the cameras and like the cash that they would make, even just playing on the street seemed like a dream, like I could be some version of the star that I wanted to be. I ended up quitting my job. I even quit, this probably wasn't as good, but I dropped out of school. I made street performing my full-time thing that I was doing all the time. Everything revolved around the violin from there on. If I hadn't went into street performing, I easily would not be anywhere where I am today. I would never have had time for the violin. I would have had to do other things to pay my bills. Now I have to play the violin to pay my bills, and it's also something that I love, so I'm really blessed to be able to say that I get to do what I love for a living now. I call scouting, and basically I visit a few bridges to see which area has the best foot traffic. Of course it's fun to street perform. It's fun to play songs and impress people and get them to stop and be on cameras. But at the same time, I'm looking over my shoulder. Tourists and people who come to Las Vegas don't realize that Las Vegas is an extremely dangerous city. I've been threatened, assaulted, mugged, and even arrested. And like I said, the police aren't there to protect us. They're there to catch us slipping because they consider us obstructions and we can go to jail for this. It just doesn't feel good when you're trying to do what you love, but it's so hard because the environment around you is just a bunch of riffraff. You know, half the time people are drunk. They'd spill their drinks on me. There's people sitting around doing hard drugs just feet away from you. One of them stabbed a man last week and he bled out and died right there on my bridge. I want to be in a safer environment, and I want to show more than what I can do on the Strip. When I'm on the Strip, I'm carrying this huge amp and I feel really restricted. I'm much more of like a free, open spirit kind of performer where I will dance and really work a stage and give a lot more than what I can show on a sidewalk carrying 20 pounds of equipment. Recently, I started taking dance lessons, and honestly, it wasn't just that I needed a choreographed performance. It was more that I needed to be more fit, I needed to be mentally healthier. I sought out a dance teacher who I met, and her name is Danielle. She and I had the best chemistry ever. Honestly, I needed something to push me. I started the busking because I got to do things on my own terms, and I really needed someone to just crack the whip on me and make me push harder than I thought I was even capable of. I really explained to her that I wanted to showcase my personality through my performance. I wanted to take more risks and do things that I literally never imagined. I've come so far just because of the dance lessons that I feel healthier. My performances are better. My mental health has improved a lot. I just feel like overall a better performer from the dance lessons, especially because sometimes I would walk in the studio, I just would be like, I just don't know if I feel the most confident today. Sometimes I doubt myself and I have issues with having voices in my head that just tell me like, I'm not good enough. Danielle, my teacher, really is good at giving me like talks and really bringing me back down to earth and reminding me that what you do, many can't do. And she really just says things to me that help me get back on track and feel confident again. Like there is only one Alex Rivers. I actually stream on TikTok and other platforms because I find it a good way to connect with people around the world. It was like the thing I did at the end of the day to just get that extra oomph, that exposure. One of the great parts about streaming was that now that I didn't have all that equipment on my back from busking, I could really show my true performance style and go all out. For the last 2 years, I've been writing my own original album. It's a first for me. I really started it because during the pandemic, I wasn't busy, and I was like, what can I do at home to further my career, but not be street performing? I decided to make my own footprint as an artist. At the end of the day, I want to be able to look back and be like, wow, I made my own music. I wrote that, and I wrote my story. My whole album is about lucid dreaming and things about sci-fi and outer space, telescopes, constellations, stars, asteroids, planets. Those things were what I was obsessed with growing up. Songwriting is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, and it's like learning the violin again. I'm so happy to, out of everything, be making my own music right now. Being on the street has made me grow a lot and shown me that something even such as your life can be taken away from you quickly and very easily. So it's driven me to chase my dreams and never settle.
So, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Alex Rivers. I'm 26 years old and I play
I wish I had me on camera.